started drinking from quite a young age to help with my mental health more than anything. I've suffered with mental health since I was really young. My mum left when I was quite young.
Started when I was about 7 or 8. Where I come from, Ashton, there's a big drink culture. Started drinking with my dad when I was about that age. About 12, 13, I started smoking cannabis and amphetamines, taking amphetamines.
I've always been drinking since I can actually remember, since I was like 15 or something like that. I come from Poland, so it's a very strong drinking culture, but in no way am I going to, to blame it for my substance misuse issues.
The cocaine use became a daily event, and this use led to more using cocaine with alcohol, using cocaine with cannabis, using cocaine in the mornings, right through the day, every day. Led to a lot of isolation, led to a lot of depression.
I found a job, I got promoted very quickly, and then I got promoted again. So basically I was still in that mind frame that was telling me that I was doing everything right, even though my whole life was actually falling apart day by day by day. It was just a slow process.
It all came to a head when I ended up getting sectioned in the beginning of January. I ended up going into psychosis because of the mixture of cocaine and alcohol in my body.
But it was always coupled with the alcoholism, and the alcoholism got to the stage where I'd had a difficult experience where I ended up in a coma on a life support machine.
Really, my mindset was just to carry on till I died, basically. I had no interest in life at all. Suffered from mental health, my depression and anxiety through the roof. My head was away with it. I just didn't want to live. I've been like that, I was like that most of my life, really depressed, and drugs was like a comfort blanket nearly.
I had a breakdown, I tried to take my own life, took an overdose. So I actually took on some drink counselling then. But I still didn't see alcohol as the issue, I just thought it was my mental health, and I was just self-medicating.
On the back of a couple of suicide attempts, the mental health team got involved. I'd done another detox in hospital, and I was taken to a mental institution for an assessment.
When I look back, it feels like a bit of a dream state. I can't really remember how long I was in hospital for. The days are all muddled up. I was watching a programme the other night about somebody trying to hang themselves with a pair of trousers, short hang, and it come back on. I did that while I was in hospital, and it's something I totally forgot about. I
couldn't get out of the addiction, and I just couldn't escape it, and I thought there was nowhere to go.
Nothing really worked for me. I convinced myself it was the best thing to do for everybody, was just to leave this world. Didn't really want to be alive. The drink just took a bit of the pain away.
My life was ruined, and the people I loved the most were basically... I think that the pain that I put all of them through, especially my partner, Michalina, was much greater than the one that I was in. And that was the first thing that I understood in the hospital, that I'm in pain. I'm not enjoying this anymore.
I think my drinking, I can't blame anything specifically on my drinking or taking amphetamine, I can't. But I can say, when I lost my son, like 15 years ago, I think things did spiral out of control.
I thought I was just a social drinker. Then my husband passed away. My children was grown up, so I was left on my own. So I started drinking to stop all the sad thoughts.
But the last 18 months got really bad. I was hiding in cupboards, under the bed.
I tried a couple of suicide attempts because I thought there was no use living anymore. And then I got really bad with drinking at the beginning of this year, and I realised that I did want to live, and I thought I was actually dying.
I must have been in a really bad place, so I hid under the bed. My daughter's coming home from school and I'm in the cupboard. Don't know what I was hiding from. Locking myself in the bedroom for days on end. Saying I'm going to kill myself for my daughter to wear that. But I wasn't. I don't even... I frightened them all. I frightened them all.
My children got 3 boys and a girl, and my mum, she was worried sick about me. She thought she was going to have to bury me. My children kept begging me to stop, and I just kept saying I don't want to live. And I've really, really hurt them. And I'm doing this for myself and for them. And all my children and my mum have said how proud they are of me. But I put them through hell.
Until they turned around and said, I nearly broke him. And for my husband to say that, I've been with him 21 years, and he's put up with me for 21 years. And that did it. Did.
Hurting my family. Pushing them away. As if I didn't care when I really did. They're my life. And I never meant to hurt them, but I did.
DEAP has been a wonderful experience. I got told because I'd done ramp and pre-DEAP, it'd be the hardest thing, but the best thing I've ever done. And they're very true words.
Well, basically, yeah, before this, I'd never looked at any of my behaviours or why they were there. I've struggled to understand the way my head works, you know, my mental health and things like that. I've always blamed everyone else for the way I am.
They just bring up your whole past, the stuff you've learnt to hide away, the things that I forgot about.
I found out I was riddled with anger and resentments. My anger was just out of control.
My resentments and my anger and things like that. I've always just thought I was an angry person, do you know what I mean? And looking deeper into it, you know, everything comes from somewhere, you know.
It's taught me that my addiction is not about my substance use. It's the fact that I'm an addict, and it's given me lots of tools to challenge that addiction in the back of my mind.
I didn't expect it to be so thorough and so intense. That's the word I would use. Extremely, extremely intense.
You can't really rebuild stuff until you've cleaned all the muck out, and to me it was like dragging, and it was dragging for them, and I made it hard work for them. At the start I made a joke out of it, and then in the middle was hard, and it was heartbreaking, massively heartbreaking. Then towards the end I looked forward to crying. I looked forward to the intensity of DEAP.
It gave me some form of acceptance, but also coupled with you know, my part I had to play in things. You know, I had to accept the things that I'd done and how I'd hurt my loved ones.
I carried so much guilt around with me, thinking that I was to blame for everything, when I wasn't. Now, I'm with my husband. He died of cancer, and I couldn't get it into my head that he was actually dying. And I kept saying to him, come on, you can get better. And he was hurting him so much. And I couldn't cope. and it said some horrible things. But I got it out in the letter, and it made me feel a lot better. And I don't feel as guilty now.
Because I never grieved over my mum and my son because I was just filled with alcohol and amphetamine. And I think while I was in there, I grieved over my mum and my son. And you know, them feelings are horrible, aren't they? Because they're normal feelings, but I didn't do it on purpose, but when you've got all this down you think you're grieving, but you're not.
I've always been a heavy drinker and used drugs and that, mainly at weekends with my friends. It turned, though, when my mum passed away of breast cancer 7 years ago. I used that to cope. It made me feel better. It made me forget. Me and my mum were really, really close. We were best friends. I went to all the appointments with her when she found out she had breast cancer. I nursed her at home. She passed away at home. So when she went, it was just like the one person you can always count on is your mum. And then when she passed away, it was just my best mate had gone. And then I found another best mate in alcohol. Just have a massive clear out, realising that some of the stuff that happened to me when I was younger weren't my fault, that I was just a child.
All these feelings of hate and torture and everything was actually inside me, and just getting it out there and talking about it and sharing it with others without being embarrassed to cry was just life-changing.
It's still a very gentle approach, don't get me wrong. It's very delicate because we are extremely sensitive when we come to this place, and we are very, very reluctant to open up or even make an attempt to do it. But we do need extreme measures to actually overcome the wall that we've built over the years.
It's given me a better relationship with my wife and children and my grandson. I can be trusted now. I'm slowly getting the trust back from my family. I've got a beautiful wife, Rachel, who's stood by me through all this. The pain and the suffering that I've caused to my family, it's just beyond belief. But Rachel has stood by me through it all, and she's still there.
What are you grateful for now, today?
That I've still got my husband. That he's still stuck around. He's a saint. He really is. We've been married for 10 years, together for 15. It's amazing that he's still with me. I love him so much.
The thing that hurts me the most is a conscious neglection or conscious neglect towards my partner. And it's ironic because she's the one who showed me what real love is.
The letters I've wrote, grief letters, and letters to people who are still alive, you know, because I do struggle to explain things but that are on my mind and how I feel. My emotions, I never could get quite in touch with them. But when I've written the letters, I wrote one to my mum, I wrote one to my granddad who died, and I could put everything in with a pen and paper and put everything in how I felt. And reading it out in front of the group and getting the feedback, you know, that's helped a lot. And I wrote one to my dad who was still alive, told him how I felt, and that helped us a lot understand, you know, a lot of where my resentment comes from.
Well, it's helped me to stay clean for a start, and the work around behavioural patterns. It's also given me the opportunity to have a brand new life in the future. A life what I thought I'd never have. Depression has completely evaporated now. My anxiety, what was horrendous, has lessened a lot. And that's through the counsellors pushing me out of my comfort zone and doing things like this video.
It's opened my eyes. I mean, through the mental health, to me, is what my life's always been about. And DEAP helped me explain where it's come from and what the key elements of what's tortured me the most and what keeps me awake the most. And it's helped me to forgive and realise family members who have done wrong to me and other people, that there's a reason why, because they've been poorly as well. And so it's helped me gain a lot of acceptance.
I'm getting more confidence. They've helped me to speak out and not be invisible, as I thought I was trying to be. Without DEAP, I just I don't know what would have happened to me.
Since I was 5 or maybe 6, I didn't treat the world or the reality as something tangible, something that affects me. So I basically disconnected from all my feelings and I've replaced them with my understanding of those. So what I thought was love was, for example, lust. What I thought was happiness was just excitement. So I wasn't really feeling anything. I was thinking it. The moment I understood that, everything changed.
I can't remember when it was that I was happy in me. It was I can't put my finger on it, but there was one day and I was glad to be alive. I want to be alive. I can't remember when that exact day was, but I remember that feeling. It was like, this is a good life, this. And everything outside and trees and everything just seemed to make a bit more sense. It was beautiful. If, for want of a better word, it was just beautiful. Everything seemed beautiful. And
my kids are happy. I've got a lot of work to do with my 19-year-old Harry. Definitely. Georgia, she's just glad to have me. And the other day I took her out to Scotland for the first time. Clean and sober. Had a day out. No arguing, no substances, nothing, and first time with my kids. Well, the kids are grown up, but... And I'll be 4 months clean on Tuesday, and it's the longest in all my living life. I've been clean without being pregnant. And that's where I'm at the minute. And I feel happy. And my husband... Yeah, we're in it together. That's it.
I think anybody what sees this, they can do it if I can do it. And I was so broke and shy and didn't want to talk, couldn't look anybody in the face, in the eyes. Just do it, because it's worth it.
I think the key to a success in treatment is to be honest, to be open. Just do as suggested. The help that I was being offered, I couldn't abuse that because it was my last chance.
There is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up. There are people who love you. In fact, there's a lot of people who care about you, and you're only going to hurt them if you hurt yourself.
It does get better. You can be happy, have a happy life without drinking drugs.
I'm fascinated by the power of your body and how it actually attracts happiness. When you're feeling well physically, your mental health automatically improves, your self-respect goes up. Therefore, you can make people around you feel the same. So I'm grateful for that.
My husband thinks I've been zapped. He said I should have been there 20 years ago. Because you think I've never listened to anybody. I'm always right, mate. I know everything. And really, in reality, no, I don't. I'm just a human being who's learning. But I've still got a lot of work to do, I know for a fact. And I know I have. But it's helped me.
We're all the same. It doesn't, no matter what backgrounds we come from, rich, poor, black, white, what part of the country, what our drug of choice was. It's that mental health is just, it still saddens me that there's going to be a lot more of me out there. and I'm lucky. And I'm sorry and I'm saddened by what I've been through, but I'm lucky.
To anybody who's younger than me, don't leave it this long. And there's people in the treatment centre now what are younger than 20, and there's people in the treatment centre now what are in the 50s. So don't have any prejudgmental thoughts about whether it's for you, it's for everybody. The only thing you need to have is the desire to get clean and stay clean.
Thinking of friends whom I used to.
First of all, I'd like to thank Acorn for giving me another chance in life.
I just want to say thank you first to Mel to come in to the hospital and letting me come to Acorn.
I'd like to say a massive thank you to Tam, Sue and Karen and Steve, who are my counsellors.
Tam and Sue, Mel, Sandra for believing in us as well and helping us express and look into my behaviours.
I'd like to thank James, Liam, Adam and John from Burnley.
I'd also like to thank Chris and Mel for the positives and negs on a Friday. They were eye-openers.
I'd like to say a big, massive thank you to Mark Holden from Circuit House and Megan, my care worker.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Barry and Eve and James from CGL and Blackburn.
I'd like to say a special thank you to Sue and Karen at CGL.
The vet arm and my probation officer, all the staff at the Chapman Barker unit.
And I'd also like to say a special thank you to Daniel and Philip, who's our little trio in recovery, and they'll know what that means. Thank you.
My best friend, Mark, I wouldn't be here as a human being. You saved my life that night. I'm glad you're in the Acorn facility as well, and I can't wait to be watching you on your graduation as well.
Hi Mum, sorry for all the pain I put you through. I'm just so thankful that I've got you. You're the best.
My wife Rachel, my daughters, my stepchildren, my grandson and my brother.
And most of all, I want to say thank you to my husband Gary and my kids Billy, Harry and Georgia. Love you all the world and thanks for standing by me. Love you all. Thank you.
To my amazing husband that's always stood by me.
I'd like to say a massive, big, first and foremost thank you to wonderful sister Lisa and Elaine and to Mam.
I'd like to thank my brother Stu and Al. Obviously I love you and I'm sorry to my family for everything. And I would like to thank my mum and Al because I know my mum's looking after us. I love you.
And to all my children, you mean the world to me. And I'm sorry for all the pain I put you through as well.
And I want to say thank you to my children, Grace, Paige and Dylan.
My biggest thank you's got to be to my children. You mean the world to me and I'm so grateful you've allowed me back in your life.
I would like to thank you for not giving up on me, ever. And the fact that I'm doing this right now is not my success. We did that together. So, Michalina, I love you with all my heart. I will hold on to you till the rest of my days. Thank you for coming.